Hello and welcome back again, guys, to Master English Hub Podcast. It's your beloved host, Adam, with you for another episode. Let's kick things off with a question. Have you ever spent months or even years learning English, but still feel totally lost when someone asks, say, how's it going at a party, or for here or to go at a coffee shop?
Welcome back, guys. It's your host, Eve, with you from Master English Hub Podcast as usual. Oh, absolutely. It's like you memorize all the rules and vocabulary, but when someone actually speaks to you in the real world, your mind just goes blank. There's this tiny panic, right?
Exactly. And what's wild is you're not alone. More than 1 billion English learners struggle with exactly that, freezing up, not because they don't know the words, but because the situation itself is unfamiliar. It's rarely about grammar.
So you're saying most of us don't need longer grammar lessons. We need the right words for the right moments. Like scripts for life?
You nailed it. Think of situational English like having an action plan for real conversations, whether you're ordering a coffee, asking directions, or even making small talk at a party. Once you know a few go-to phrases, your confidence jumps.
I love that action plan. But how do you get that confidence? Is it just practice or something else too?
Practice helps, but it's also about mindset. It's letting go of the pressure to sound perfect. Honestly, most native speakers are just hoping to connect, not judge your grammar. Comfort comes from trying, not from always getting it right.
I appreciate that. I guess sometimes I worry I'll mess up and embarrass myself, so I avoid talking. But maybe leaning in and making a few mistakes is how you really grow.
That's it. Each little real-world attempt, ordering a coffee, chatting at a bus stop, saying hello at work, those are tiny victories. And trust me, the more situations you master, the less anxious you'll feel next time.
Okay, so instead of dreading those moments, I should look at them as mini confidence boosts. I like that shift.
So let's dig into this idea. Why does understanding the vibe of a situation sometimes matter more than having perfect grammar?
Is it that you can have a flawless sentence ready to go, but if you say it at the wrong moment, people give you that awkward smile?
Exactly. Context is everything. Take a cafe, for example. If you walk up to the counter and launch straight into "I want coffee," before even making eye contact or saying hi, it can feel abrupt, even if it's technically correct.
That's so true. Honestly, sometimes I focus so much on verb tenses, I forget to check if the barista is busy or to just smile first. Kind of embarrassing, but it happens. Is there a trick for reading those moments better?
It starts with observation. Notice what others do in the same space. Social cues are like traffic lights. Eye contact, body language, even how loudly people are speaking can guide you.
So you mean it's almost like feeling the temperature before jumping in?
Yes, beautiful analogy. And timing matters too. Even a simple "excuse me" goes a long way if you time it right. It's not about having perfect grammar, but showing you're tuned in to the flow.
Oh, that makes sense. So, in a party, waiting until someone finishes their thought before jumping in. Or if you're lost, making sure you don't stop someone who's rushing.
That's it. And remember, native speakers mess up grammar all the time. But if they nail the context, nobody blinks an eye. People care more about how you tune in, not whether your sentence is textbook perfect.
I love that. It takes so much pressure off. Maybe I need to add reading the room to my English practice. Like actually practice pausing or noticing the mood first.
Absolutely. Treat it like a skill, not a sixth sense. The more you practice, the less you freeze up in real conversation. So let's jump right in. Imagine you're standing in line at a busy coffee shop. There's a menu with about 20 drinks, and you start feeling that little knot in your stomach. What do I say? Am I gonna mess up? What's your go-to opening move?
Honestly, I still get that knot. I sort of freeze and hope the barista guesses what I want, which, never works. I know it's supposed to be simple, but even just saying, "Could I get a coffee, please?" sometimes comes out as a mumble.
That's completely normal. And here's a secret. Most native speakers keep it really simple. They don't ask for a grande, double shot, half calf on their first go either. A clear, friendly, "Hi, I'd like a small coffee, please," covers all the bases. It's almost like ordering is its own tiny social script.
Right, a script. Sometimes I worry if I'll sound too blunt. Like, what if I forget please or mess up my order? Does it actually matter that much?
If you're polite and smile, you're already winning. The words are just part of it. And honestly, if you say small coffee and forget please, they'll probably still get your order and maybe even smile back. If you want more time, stall a bit with, "Can I have a moment?" It buys you time and sounds totally natural.
Okay, that's a relief. What about directions, though? Asking a stranger. I always feel like I'll pick the wrong word and they'll look at me like I'm lost, even if I'm not.
It's another script moment. Just start with something like, "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the station?" It's clear and direct, but if you mess up or get flustered, don't worry. People usually care more about helping than how perfect your question sounds. And if they use words you don't know, just say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or say it slower.
I love that. Just own up if you don't understand, instead of pretending. That's less stressful than trying to fake comprehension.
Exactly. If you treat each scenario like a little performance, light, scripted, nothing high stakes, it gets easier every time. The script gets smoother, and soon you don't even need it. All right, let's imagine you walk into a party, maybe you only know one person. That first moment can feel a bit daunting, right? So what's your go-to move?
Honestly, I kind of freeze. My mind goes blank, or I overthink how to even say hello without sounding awkward.
That's so common. Here's a tiny trick. Start small. A simple "Hi, I don't think we've met before, is perfect. It's inviting and gives the other person direction. See, it's not about delivering a speech.
So instead of worrying about being interesting, I can just focus on being open?
Exactly. And if you spot something, like someone holding a cool drink or an unusual pin, mention it. "That's a great pin. Is there a story behind it?" It sounds natural and shows real interest.
But what if I mess up? Like, if I say the wrong thing or, oh, I don't know, forget someone's name after they just told me?
That happens to everyone. Here's your rescue line. "I'm so sorry I blanked on your name. Would you remind me?" Most people appreciate the honesty. It's more about connection than perfection.
So a little bit of polite repair goes a long way. Wait, is it better to apologize right away or just carry on?
Good question. Quick, gentle acknowledgement usually works best. If you mishear, say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or if you disagree, that's interesting. I hadn't thought of it that way." Avoid the panic spiral.
All right, got it. Start small, notice details, and fix mistakes with honesty. Suddenly, the party sounds a lot less scary.
Exactly. Small talk isn't about dazzling everyone. It's about being curious and kind. And with practice, you start looking forward to these moments instead of dreading them. Let's shift gears. You know, I've met so many learners who spend years on vocabulary that still freeze when it's time to actually speak. Why do you think that happens?
Oh, absolutely. That was me. Honestly, I think it's fear. Like the moment gets real and suddenly everything I've learned vanishes. My brain just blanks.
Right. And that blank moment, it's so common but avoidable. I had a student once, let's call her Lena, who used to actively dodge speaking. She'd hide in group work, keep her camera off online. Classic avoidance.
Wait, really? But how did Lena turn things around? Because just forcing conversations, that sounds terrifying.
It can be if it's thrown at you all at once, but we started super small. I suggested trying 3 specific dialogues each week, ordering coffee, asking for directions, even just saying hello to someone new. No grammar drills, just practical phrases she'd actually use.
So, like routines? Did it actually help her? Or was she still nervous?
Actually, within a month, she told me she wasn't overthinking everything. The practice gave her a sort of muscle memory. She'd walk up and almost without thinking, order a coffee like a pro. The nerves never fully vanished, but she didn't avoid speaking anymore.
That's amazing. So it's not about being flawless, it's just building those little wins bit by bit. I guess the big shift is seeing mistakes as normal.
Exactly. Perfection is a myth. Small, real conversations, those are the stepping stones. It's about showing up, however it goes, and celebrating any progress.
All right, then maybe I should try Eve's method this week. 3 dialogues. Start small, but actually start.
All right, let's take a breath here. We've zigzagged from cafes and city streets to the occasional social slip-up at a party. Quite the ride, don't you think?
Definitely. Honestly, I feel like I could walk into a coffee shop tomorrow and not overthink every word or worry about getting stuck. It's weirdly freeing.
That's the shift we're after. Remember, it's not about flawless grammar every second. It's those tiny wins, knowing how to order a latte or redirect a conversation when you stumble, that build real confidence.
And I keep thinking about your student who just practiced a few realistic dialogues each week. It sounds so simple, but look where it led her. She even aced a job interview.
Exactly. It's consistency, not perfection. Even a short chat at the bus stop is a micro win. Actually, I'd love to hear from anyone listening. What conversation win, big or small, have you had lately? Or what tricky moment are you still wrestling with?
Oh, and next time, we're digging into something that trips up even native speakers: body language and tone. Honestly, that's almost scarier than grammar sometimes.
It sure can be, but with practice, it gets a lot easier. For now, just keep showing up for those everyday moments. Small steps, big changes. Thanks for your attention, our beloved listeners. See you soon for another podcast, always on Master English Hub. Best regards.